Hey everyone, welcome back. Rebecca here with Style My Sweets, and today I am bringing you guys some DIY home decor, DIY room decor. I thought rather than Dollar Tree DIYs for this week, we would take a little spin on that, and these honestly don't cost much more than Dollar Tree DIYs do. But I headed out to the thrift store, found a few pieces that I thought we could create into something just really fun and pretty, and some beautiful home decor that looks super high-end and really beautiful and classy on a budget. So I hope that you guys enjoy these thrift store finds, thrift store makeover DIYs, and let's go ahead and jump right in. I picked up this piece in Goodwill for $2, and I've got an idea. We're gonna go ahead and clean this one with some glass cleaner and then go ahead and paint the back of it and see if we can turn this glass dish into a lovely tray. And if you add a little bit of water and just go ahead and let your stickers soak, they will usually come off in about 10 minutes time. The first DIY I have to share with you today is a thrift store makeover. This glass dish I found for $2 is almost large enough to be a serving platter tray, or you can use it as a piece of decor, which is what I'm planning to do. And I had several ideas in mind, but what I settled on was taking some metallic paint by Decor and painting it on the back of the glass into the etched glass design with a very small paintbrush, and then leaving the smooth lines in here, these smooth design, clear. So I went around, you could do this with any glass dish that you find, and just be creative with the design on it. So you just find a glass dish that has a design that you like, and you're painting the back of the dish. I went about 3/4 of the way around with the rose gold, and then I decided to bring in some pink paint, and the last few lines I did with an even lighter blush pink color. I just came back in with some of this vintage Victorian chalk paint by Folk Art, and this is the light pink rose here by Liquitex. You can use a second tiny paintbrush to clean up in between the lines, and then I brought my paint into the center as well, into the spiral part in here, and I just came in with the same pink and rose gold paint and just made my own little design in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and let that fully dry. I do recommend doing 2 coats for this, because as the acrylic paint was drying, I noticed that sometimes you would see like a little bit of a space or a hole through the paint, so I just wanted to make sure that I got really good full coverage. And then I came back the next day and I used a coat of spray paint on the back to fill in all of the rest of the glass that I had left unpainted, so that would all go with my semi-gloss white spray paint here. And that filled in any remaining unpainted part. I let that dry, and now you have a beautiful piece of decor. Or you can add a coat of sealant onto the back if you want to use this as like a serving platter tray for food or something like that. Use some dishwasher safe Mod Podge, and that should work well to cover the back of the painted tray. You might want to do 2 coats of it and just let that thoroughly dry, and that should really seal your paint on there. I'm using mine to stand it up as a piece of art, a piece of decor, although honestly it would make a really pretty coffee table, like side table tray as well. It's just so pretty, and I love how this one turned out. Next up, I found this round little vase and immediately knew I wanted to do a succulent planter for the living room. And I'm gonna paint this over with a mixture that I made with equal parts chalk paint or acrylic paint mixed with baking soda. I would recommend lightly sanding your vase first, just to kind of like help the paint, give it something to adhere to basically. Or you could also add like a coat of some primer spray paint first. If you're using a shiny sealed ceramic bowl like I am here, I think it might help give a little better hold in case your planter gets wet at all. But basically, I just recommend not washing this one. You just kind of want it to be for decorative purposes, or like for me, I'm planting succulents in here that get very infrequently watered, and that way I won't have to worry too much about the paint that I put on the outside of the planter. I don't really have to worry about that getting wet. And that acrylic paint and baking soda dried like a cement on here. So I really love this kind of like texture that it added on the vase. And I always love going to pick out new plants. I love choosing new plants, and it probably takes me longer than it should to find just the right ones. Does anyone else do that? Take forever picking out your plants? Just me? Okay. I mean, adopting new plant babies takes me time. What can I say? When you're choosing your plants, I just have a couple quick tips for you. Tip 1, get slightly different colors or shades of the same color, so you have a little variety. Tip 2, create groupings of 3 or 5 or maybe 7, depending on the size of your planter. Tip 3, stagger the heights of them. I was looking for something a little bit taller. I wanted to have 2 or 3 different heights here and kind of just be able to stagger the height a little bit. Tip 4 is to choose plants that are going to need basically the same watering schedule. So since this pot I'm using doesn't have any drainage, I was careful to get a soil that's intended for cactus and succulents, and all of the plants I chose are low water plants that I can let fully dry out in between waterings. And here is how this one turned out. I think it just looks so pretty, and I love having real live plants. I know I've said it before, but I love the look and the feel that live plants add to a space.
We're moving through the night like we're from a different star, flying over streets and our broken hearts. But they can even touch us, we found a different beat.
I also want to take a moment to thank Skillshare, the sponsor of today's video. I've been a member of Skillshare for almost a year now. Skillshare is the online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people, classes that are taught by experts on everything that you can pretty much think of. Photoshop, film and animation, business, entrepreneurship, lots of DIY ideas, watercolors, ceramics, even things on mindset and healing. So many great classes. So I was just finishing taking a class by Lauren Cox titled The Interior Design Basics, Simple Steps to Perfect Your Space. It covers color, balance, scale, proportion, rhythm, and repetition to help you find your perfect design style and style your space. The classes are super easy to follow, and the lessons keep me on track. They're all broken down so you can start or pause them as you need to, and I enjoy listening to these as I am doing DIY projects. It's something I can have playing in the background, so I am always learning. Skillshare classes are curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes. Plus, it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription, and right now Skillshare is offering the first 1,000 of my subscribers to use the link down below in the description a free trial of Skillshare's premium membership, so you can explore your creativity and find new inspiration, and all of that information will be listed down below in the description. The next one is this metal leaf sculpture piece. It's a tray that has some dry candle wax on it, so I'm guessing someone used it for their candles. And before painting it, you can put this in the freezer to help make the wax easier to remove, or you can use some rubbing alcohol to help get the wax residue off. But basically, you want to scratch all of that off, get off any wax residue that might be on something like this before you go ahead and paint it. I'm using a flat black spray paint with primer in it and giving this 2 coats. And now I'm ready to create my design on here. So I'm taking some metallic rose gold acrylic paint. This is the same one I used for the first DIY plate. And I'm going to paint the leaves on here, or some of the leaves. I want to kind of stagger and alternate the ones that I'm painting black versus rose gold. I started by filling in the lower ones completely, and then as I move up toward the top, I just did the raised edge. So I have a narrower painted line as I get toward the top, and I also spaced them from closer together to farther apart as I went from the stem up to the tip. Let this dry completely, and now you can style it on a coffee table, credenza, bathroom vanity, bedroom dresser. This is so pretty and versatile, and I love how it turned out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed these thrift store finds, thrift makeover DIYs, DIY home decor pieces. I really love how they turned out. Comment down below and let me know which one is your favorite. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And again, I will have all of the information for Skillshare, so I highly recommend giving them a try, and you can try them out for free. So I will have the information down below. Be sure to check that out so you can get a free trial of Skillshare's premium membership. And with all of that being said, I wish you a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, 'cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, 'cause all